Good morning. It is the 6th and final day of my 23rd section hike from the Mount Rogers Rec Center headquarters, 61.7 miles south to Damascus, Virginia. And it is 7:30 and I'm in my hammock 1/10 of a mile off the Sandy Flats campground, which had no trees. So I had to it was past 9:30 at night, and it took me about half an hour to find 2 trees to be able to hammock from. And it's off of the Bushwhacker Trail, which is appropriately named, because if this will give you an example, that is where I'm having, and look at all of, I mean, it's just so dense. And I'm right by a little creek, and yeah, I'm just so happy that I found this, because it started raining, woke me up at midnight. It rained heavy from midnight until about 20 minutes ago. I was up at 6:30 wondering whether I should start packing up soaking wet and go the last 8 miles to Damascus just miserable. And I thought, well, it's the last day, so I'll just wait it out, and I'm glad I did. So I'm gonna get up in just a minute and start packing up and heading to Damascus. The good news is it's mostly downhill, but with all the rain, it's going to be slippery and sliding downhill, probably, is if it's any indication on this the Appalachian Trail detour that I've done, just how slippery and muddy it is, and rocky, and so it's going to be what it's going to be, as always. And I've just have enjoyed it. It's been a great section, and yeah, we'll see you in a minute. App Trails. Stealth campsite just off the Bushwhack Trail. I thank you for giving me a great night's rest and protection from the heavy rains that started at midnight and ended around 7 o'clock. Thank you so much. And as usual, I left you as I found you. Thank you again. Okay, let's get on trail.
Damascus, 6 miles.
Hey, I just ran into Perfect 10, and he is the 9th northbound hiker that I have seen since I've been on the detour. And he's attempting the Appalachian Trail. All 9 of them have actually. He's from Kansas City. And Perfect 10, why don't you share some experiences that you've had on the trail?
Well, I've met a lot of great people. I've tried to keep up with a few of them, and usually after a while I just say, forget that. I need to slow back down and go at my pace, because I like to stop and take pictures and look around a little bit. I have had a couple of bear experiences that where I found mama bears and their cubs, and so those were always interesting, but nothing too dangerous, it seems like. The hike's been great. I've probably spent a dozen nights in my tent, and several nights in shelters and hostels and motels, and just enjoying every minute of it, though, even the shin splints. So I took yesterday off to just keep my leg elevated and iced all day, and
Well, Damascus is a great place to do that.
yeah, it was. I stayed with Lady Di, and I highly recommend her and her home.
I've seen her hostel on some videos.
Yeah. So she was great. She's a through hiker also.
Great.
So,
Well, I don't want to slow you down because I know you have many miles to do. Thank you for your time, Perfect 10, and I appreciate it.
all right.
Guys, happy trails. This is Frost Nip, and he is the 10th hiker that I've crossed since I've been on the detour. He is also a through hike attempter, and he's a friend of Perfect 10, the guy that just passed earlier, and they both stayed at Lady Di's last night. So you are from near Boston.
Yep, suburbs of Boston.
And could you share some experiences that you've had on the trail?
Sure. So I've met a lot of bears on the trail. I've met 6 bears in total.
Wow.
I met one coming down Unicoi Gap, and then I met one after the Smokies. But the most interesting bears I've met have been, of course, in the Smokies, where they don't hunt bears, and they don't do anything to really deter them from going after humans. So I met one at Russell Field Shelter, which I don't think has been closed, but is between Molly's Ridge and Spence Field, which both have been closed. And that bear was circling the shelter all evening as people were cooking.
My God.
Even as we were throwing rocks at it, we were yelling at it, we were whistling at it, and it just wouldn't go away. It was just persistent until people put the food away, the odors went away, and then it left.
That's the smart thing. Always put the food away.
Yeah, it worked eventually, right?
Well, it sounds like you've already had some experiences, and just going up to Grayson Highlands, you're going to have a lot more experiences and beyond.
Yeah.
So I wish you safe journey, and I know you're going to make it to Katahdin.
Thank you.
So thank you for the interview, and happy trails.
Yep, happy trails. Thank you. Good to meet you.
Yep. 2 miles left to Damascus. It's been a tough road coming down. Yeah, it's all washed out. It's a tough last 2 miles down into Damascus.
I guess this is the end of the Iron Mountain Trail, Appalachian Trail detour. I somehow got off trail the last 2 miles of the Iron Mountain Trail, and I'm road walking into Damascus. I'm getting there, doesn't matter how, but crazy. I don't know how I missed the detour back to the Appalachian Trail. Crazy. Hiking into Damascus just as it's starting to rain. And it's raining. Can you believe it? Right there, it looks like they're constructing one of the Creeper Trail bridges, which is the reason for the detour on the AT. That is where I got shuttled up to Mount Rogers Rec Center headquarters. I did see Old Blue and possibly get a shower in a couple of minutes. It'll be awesome. Perfect timing because it is raining. Ah, good to see you, Old Blue. $10 shower at the Broken Fiddle before I left Damascus, and it was wonderful. These guys are awesome. Wish I had time to stay here, but the shower was good enough.
This was filmed in Sunset, Sunset Beach.
Okay, nice. It'll work now.
Sunset Beach? Is that what that?
Yeah, it's a very, very cool hostel.
That's where it's filmed.
All the hikers that made it to Katahdin that thought enough to send their images.
You don't have one.
Nice kitchen, laundry, very cool hostel. It's an incredible day. Amazing.